All right, all right. What's going on, party people? This your man Grip. As always, thank you for liking, sharing, commenting. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for the super chats, the super thanks. Thank you for being a channel member. All of that. I just really appreciate that. Thank you for letting other people know about the channel so that they can get the help that they need, and just continue to be great out there. So I don't know if it's, you can say it's the word of the day, the word of the year, the word of what, adjustments. It's a word. And as I've been analyzing and going back and thinking about a lot of the stuff I'm talking about, a lot of the questions that people are asking me, a lot of the statements people are making concerning how the business is going for them, even some of the complaints that people have said, even a lot of the successes that people have said, it all centers around adjustments. Some people have just flat out told me, hey man, I had to make an adjustment and start doing things this way, or stop doing things that way. Or I was doing things a particular way, but I had to add in something else, adjustments. What I find that is sometimes people don't want to make adjustments, and the adjustments, or sometimes the adjustments that you make is really so you don't have to change. You think about it. Some people who want to make, say, $5,000 a month, knowing that they got to do X amount of work, they will adjust and say, never mind, I'll just take 3,000. Why are you willing to take 3,000 instead of the 5? Because you don't want to change what you're doing. What you're doing, it's never going to get you to 5,000. So instead of 5,000 being the goal, I'll make it 3,000. Is that you? Are you a person who's sitting here knowing that you could do more, but because you don't want to change who you are, you don't want to adjust what you're doing because it'll be something different, and it might not be something that you can brag about. It might not be something that'll make you feel comfortable in the moment. So you'll change your definition of success, and you'll define success as 3,000 a month instead of 5,000. Is that the case? And the reason why I say that, because so many people talk about they want $10,000 a month. Y'all listen to all of these TMCs out here. Ooh, $10,000 a month. This, that, and the other. Okay. And then I'm out here working and showing y'all what I'm doing to at least try to get there. Haven't hit 10,000 a month just on notary yet, but I'm putting forth the effort to get there. And you know what I keep hearing from a lot of people? Oh, I ain't doing all of that, Grip. You're doing too much. A lot of people tell me I'm working too hard. I need to take naps. and I don't disagree that I'm not working hard. I won't say that I'm working too hard. I am working hard. But that's what I'm supposed to do as an entrepreneur. A lot of people tell me, I need to sleep more and this, that, and the other. I don't disagree. But when work got to get done, it's got to get done. And I find it interesting, because I was talking to the members about this today, that a lot of people talk about making all this money, but I hear a lot of people saying they don't want to do none of what I'm doing. Now, there are people who say, hey, Griff, I see what you're doing. I'm trying to get there. And they see that they had to make an adjustment. Now, what the adjustment is, I don't know. But all I know is they realize they got to make an adjustment if they plan on making some decent money in this business. And there are a lot of people, especially my channel members, who want to be full-time in this business. They have made up their mind that they can do this full-time. They want to do that. And what I'm finding is that a lot of people say they want something, but when they realize what it takes to get there, never mind. I'm good right here. And we all do it. And there's nothing wrong with doing it. The problem sometimes come in is that people tend to want to use that as a way to say the business isn't good, or this isn't, something that people should get into. And I'm just saying this in general. This isn't toward any one particular person or anybody. This is just what I've seen over the last really 6 years, but more so the last 3.5 years that I've been on YouTube. That's what I see, is that a lot of people They complain about the business, and then they want to teach people about the business, but from a complaint standpoint, and that's not good. So I've learned that in order for me to be successful in my relationships with my wife and my sons, family members, if I'm working a job, my business, there are adjustments that need to be made. And it's my job to figure out what adjustments that I need to make once I define what success is. What is a successful marriage for me? This is what I lay out. This is what I believe a successful marriage is for me. So now what am I going to do to get there? I need to look at me and say, is the way I am and the things that I do conducive to have a successful marriage? It's either yes or no. My job, the relationships with my kids, the relationships with my extended family members, my business. And don't take, well, you said your job before your kid. I'm just saying it's all important to me. For you, you might have it on a hierarchical system. To me, it's all important that whatever I'm faced with, whatever group of individuals I'm with, I got to find out how to make that relationship great. What adjustments do I need to make? And then learn how to work with them as they make their adjustments, because they might not have made the necessary adjustment for the relationship to be great. But in the interim, I will make the necessary adjustments on their behalf until they get to the point of making adjustments. What adjustments are you willing to make for your business? And if you're not willing to make any, that's okay. It's nothing wrong with it. Just know that you're going to be here instead of up here. I mean, it's just that simple. If you're driving a stick shift and you have it in first gear and you don't adjust it from first to second, you're only going to go but so fast. And a lot of people like to fool themselves and lie to themselves and say, oh, but no, I'm going to be really successful. Yes, you'll be successful here. Highly successful here. Top of the class here. But you won't be up here. Oh, you're the fastest car at first gear. But you're hopping on the highway now, so you got to get out of first gear. Got to get in second. Got to get in third. And the goal is to be in the fourth gear or fifth gear where the car cruises a whole lot better. It's a lot more fuel efficient. Car isn't really that fuel efficient in first gear. Where are you at? What gear are you in? You're in first, second, fifth? You stuck in reverse? You in neutral? Or you in park? That's what you got to figure out for yourself. That's what you got to figure out for yourself. And you can do this. You can do this, but you got to want to do it. And when you realize what decisions you have to make in order to make the proper adjustment, the question is, are you going to do it? And then stick with it even if it's difficult. Stick with it even if it's uncomfortable. Stick with it even when everybody else says, no, don't do it. Are you willing to do that? If you are, you will see greatness unless you want people to look at you great based off of doing what makes them feel good. I don't do anything to make anybody outside of my family feel good. And I don't even really do things to make my family feel good about me. I do what is necessary so that they can have the happiness that they need, which makes them feel good about me. They might say, oh, don't do it this way or don't do that. Okay, I take what you say. Yeah, that makes sense. Take what you say. Nah, I got to do it this way. I know you don't understand it. I know you don't see it, but that's okay. Just trust me and let me go do my thing in the lab here. And when I come out, boom, we're going to have what we need. And if they have that kind of relationship with me and that kind of respect, they'll trust me. I'll go do what I got to do and I'll come back with it. That's what this is about. Stop trying to make the business be something that it is not meant to be. Stop trying to force it into being what other people who you are paid money to listen to have told you it's supposed to be when they have no way of making it to be that way. Find out how the business is for you in your area and then learn how to work it where you're at. And don't worry about it operating the way it works for me in Virginia, or even if you're in Virginia, down here in the Hampton Roads area versus Northern Virginia. The business works. You just got to figure out where's the niche at. You got to figure out where is the money part of the business. Where is it at that people need what I have to offer on a consistent basis and they're willing to pay for me, pay me to come do that. That's what you got to find. And sometimes in order for you to find it, you have to make an adjustment. You got to stop doing things or start doing things or add things or just slightly modify things in order to move forward. And see, this is the thing that a lot of people think making adjustments is about just getting rid of something. It's not about you getting rid of who you are. It's about making yourself better. Making yourself better. Because who you are right now is a good version of yourself. It's just not good enough to get you from here to here. That'll preach tomorrow on Sunday. I'm just telling you, where you're at right now is good, but it's not good enough to get you from here to here. And if you want to move up, then you got to find out what's holding you back. And the adjustment could simply be, let's get somebody out of my life. Let's get somebody in my life. Who I am and the way I operate, this business works fine, but I got people in my way. I got situations that keep popping up. Whatever you got going on, you need to get rid of it. You need to deal with it. You need to modify it. You need to make an adjustment on it or something. But if you keep wanting to take all your girl trips and all your guy trips, you want to sit there and do this all day and that all night. You always got somebody in your life with drama. Sometimes you just got to step out on faith and let that job go. Sometimes you just got to hold on to that job. Sometimes you just got to maybe stay up an extra hour or get up an extra hour early. Whatever it is, you figure it out and do it. That's all I've done. And I know the way I operate is not the way you will even think to operate or want to operate. And that's okay. And the way you operate will not help me to be where I need to be. It will not. Going to bed at 8 o'clock at night don't work for me because I am not the peppiest for us. Okay, doom in the mornings. That's just not me. So figure out who you are, figure out how you like to operate, and evaluate whether or not it is conducive for you to get from here to here. If it is, roll with it and don't apologize for it. But if it's not, you need to make the necessary adjustments so you can get from here to here. That's up to you. I'm doing mine. You do yours. Talk to y'all later. Peace.